Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a second down throw for Vick. Goes underneath for Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup on 16. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Spinning away. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, here's Henry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Vick goes play action. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Completes it to Benjamin. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Prescott to throw it. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he He's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Prescott now on the crossing route. He hits Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Throwing. Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20, and down to the 19-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, 47.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, that's Cohen, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Here we go. 26. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Prescott. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And it's 3-0 here in the 2nd quarter. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A 1st down throw coming for Vick.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Vick will look to throw on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's go!
He'll get it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Michael Vick. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Madden Elite's heading back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On second down, Prescott again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go. 46. Here we go. 26.
Now Cohen, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. There's Vick. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Vick operating on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Derrick Henry, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Look at the spin. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light red.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And that's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick, eluding the pressure right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We're going to 54.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he stopped immediately there. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kiko Alonso coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cohen. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the red zone now, Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A great effort there from 6 yards away. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick. Changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called the...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Foster. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Foster. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up.
Just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking.